They muted me by something. I'm muted. How my thing muted? H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. I was just posting and sharing the show myself, and I hope you are sharing the show. The price of admission to come on the show is to share it. And if you're on YouTube, you hit the thumbs up and let us know you like it so the algorithm can move around a little bit. It's Women Rock Wednesday today. Got so much stuff to talk about. Don't know where I'm going to begin yet. What's up, Jermaine Cooper? What's up? I see you out there, but let me talk to my women first. Let me see who they are. I see you fellas, but let me talk to the women. Let me see. I saw Mindy Collins. I saw Sonya Billingsley. But that's all I saw. Let me look over here. Let's see. Let me make sure I hadn't missed nobody because it's going to be hot and heavy. But I ain't going to have time to wait on them girls today. They going to have to just come in late because I went to a high school basketball game last night. Was trying to figure out which one. I was just thinking about if you're a high school basketball player today, it's what an amazing feeling to know that you have practice today, because half the kids in the city don't have practice today. Hold up, I see a name on here. Man, I can't pronounce this name. I wish I could. Hey, Karima! And is it Joyka? Pronounce that for me, because I don't know if that's a man or what. Is it Joyka? Joyka Stiven? Joyka, you got a hell of a first name and a hell of a second name. Gosh. Hey, Karima. Dale Griggs, my girl. All my girls here. Madonna here. Oh, I'm good. But George, help me with that name, because I want to call you the right name. I might say something to you today. That's how we do on the Chop Shop. But think about it, y'all. It's an amazing feeling. Let me see. Hey, Madonna. It's amazing feeling that to know that you still got practice today, because the other guys don't have practice today. Whoever lost last night don't have practice today. We're gonna talk about that, because I saw some stuff about high school basketball. But I had some, I think, I'm trying to see where I go. And then I got some for my women. Did Madison win last night? Do anybody know? Somebody let her know, because I don't know if Madison won or not. I have no idea. And Madison used the post stuff. Ken Dean, Nimitz got practice today. They sure do. That's where I got it from, your coach. They got practice today. Ken Dean and his son plays for Nimitz. A lot of people didn't raise a lot of saying about y'all, but guess what? Y'all got good coaching and good players. Look what happened. Madison got beat by 40. Allen, who they get beat by like that? Hey, what division? What classification Madison is in? Somebody tell me. I didn't know. They got beat by Walter Yates. I know you. But I'm gonna get there. Y'all tell me. Are they 5A? Kempner. Oh my God. Wow. That's unbelievable. Shout out to Nimitz. I saw what they want. Sonya said she saw my post. Y'all, Sonya, I just keep it real. I know y'all just used to these people lying to y'all and playing around with y'all, but Robert had it just. Y'all, I was tweeting last night, Walter Yates. I was tweeting because I was at the Seven Lakes game in Richpoint game. I was tweeting, right? So Walter Yates, I tweeted up until the 5-minute mark because the game was out of hand. So my last tweet was, look, this is the score. I'm not finna be in this 4-minute mark. I'm not about to be in this traffic coming out of here, out of Seven Lakes. I'm getting the hell in the car and I'm gone. So y'all can get the finals from wherever else you got it. But yeah, that's just how I felt about it. A big brawl at Butler Stadium last night between whom? Who was brawling last night? And who got beat 45 to 50? Jock Armand. Oh, that was Jock. That was you at the game. That was the end of the score. 45 to 50. I don't know. I can't tell you no lie. Who was fighting at Mass? What happened at Butler Stadium? Was it Madison? Come on, y'all. Boy, y'all be putting this. See, I'm gonna just go and talk. Cause y'all be put. Hey, listen. Don't put no incomplete. You know how the teachers used to say, talk with an incomplete, a complete sentence. Don't have. Let me know what happened. Kid from Madison Sucker Punch. Oh, okay. So Madison at Butler Stadium. Okay. In the handshake line again? No. I keep telling y'all. Look here, y'all. What's up, Rick Nelson? I'm not finna fight. Y'all don't understand. With this social media and stuff that's happening right now, I mean, all over the college, and y'all want to constantly shake hands after I done tried to tear your head off? Where they do that at? Rick, y'all got to help. Y'all got to help. Guess y'all got to help me with this one, because I don't see no use for it. Y'all share the show, because I was about to get, share the show right now. It's about to get real nice right now. I got some stuff. I know you ain't never had it. I know you ain't heard it before, because what? I wrote it. I got it. See, like other people, I had to keep notes. Because I got so much vast stuff in this brain of mine, because I study so much. You can't, I have to write notes down. I just do. I guess it's just me. I was always a great note taker. So damn embarrassed that my father's rolling over his grave line. Stop the handshake line. Barry. Some people don't think you need to get rid of the handshake line. I saw a tweet yesterday. Why are you going to take away the handshake line? Oh, Robert Carroll. But like I said, it's amazing. But I got a message for all the basketball parents from Snoop. And he talked about, you know what? I'm going to wait on that, because I want to talk to my women right now. You know, I really, it's Women Rock Wednesday. And Black History. I was supposed to give y'all Black History fact every day. But I missed a couple of days, and then Jimmy came in early. But I had y'all 10 Black History commandments, and I will continue. And sometimes I forget. I gave you the first one was don't get over your past. Number 2 was don't take the time to unlearn white history. And number 3 was don't bother your black friend. I'm talking to all people. I'm talking to my white folks right now. Don't bother your black friend. Let me show you what I'm talking about. One of the surest signs of Black History Month is that at some point, a well-meaning white person will inevitably try to impress their black friend with a little-known Black History fact. Okay? All right. Somebody sent me something the other day. 99% of the time, it will be something that your black friend already know about. Okay? So when white people learn about the Tulsa Race Massacre from HBO, The Watchmen, it was a trending topic in white America for 2 weeks. Meanwhile, the topic is so well known in Black America that were businesses, groups, and a 20-year-old record label named after Black Wall Street, even if your black friend feigns ignorant or shocked. Trust me, my white friends, they probably knew about that thing you just discovered. Even if they didn't, there are very few things that white people did that can shock a black person. This Black History Month. I'm just helping you through it. I propose that you treat Black History Month as a brief respite from performances shown of allyship. Instead of telling your compadre of color about your historical revelation, why not tell some of your white friends? Perhaps you should confront your social studies teacher with this new information or talk about it at Thanksgiving dinner. Trust me, your black friend will thank you. That's number 3. I got 10 of them. I'm going to give them to you the rest of the month. See, the devil been trying to keep me from giving y'all this information. I was just trying to get, that was to my white friends right there. So next month, but next month, I'm going to talk about, I don't know where that came from, y'all. I got another one I'm going to talk about tomorrow. I'm trying to turn it. So that was it. But let me tell you something. I was thinking about, just think about me, just thinking about I was talking to some friends of mine, Malcolm, and I know I do things different, and I don't care if people don't like it, because I'm gonna be me. I don't try to stop you from being who you are. I'm a wolf with original pack. I don't get into win-lose deals. I get into win-win deals. I was talking to my team the other day. Some people came in and some things we're doing. Right now, y'all, my team is so strong. You don't know who the leader is. If I'm out of the room, she can take care of it. If I'm out of the room, he can take care of it. If I'm out of the room, if Barry, that's how you have to have your circle. Your team got to be and see, in this industry or in life or in summer basketball or in the summer basketball, I don't try to teach young men to compete. If I'm in the gym with you, I'm going to teach you how to dominate in business and any other word. See, y'all got to understand. A lot of people just don't understand my history, but you had to get a helmet to live right now where I grew up. Got to have a helmet. The name of the street, major thoroughfare, was Mill Branch. Guess what they call it now? Kill Branch. And I've learned something, Frank Young. It's Women Rock Wednesday. I always try to give you information like this. You can't teach. Listen, Ricky Scott, Thurgood Jenkins. You can't teach a person something that they believe they already know. Johnny, hold on. Johnny, your team got to be so strong that they don't know who the leader is. When they walk in there, I never forget this movie. Mobsters. Never forget this movie, Mobsters. They had Lucky Luciano. I love gangster movies. Lucky Luciano and Meyer Lansky, two of the most powerful gangsters ever. And they were equal partners, right? So they paid the young man, Benny Siegel, went and told the little boy, the little shoe shine boy, I want you to go in there. It's going to be two important men. You're going to see two men in there. And I want you to give the most important. I want you to give the boss a message, the most important guy a message. The little boy came in there. It was two men he could choose for, and he chose Charlie Luciano. Now, Meyer Lansky was that dude, but the little boy chose Charlie. So Meyer said, Charlie, that's it. You the boss. He said, why? He said, we're equal. He said, no, but people see you as the man. So guess what? Every corporation have a CEO. You're it. I never forget that. But your team got to be so strong, they don't even know who the leader is. But I thought about something the other day, y'all. You can't teach a person something they believe they already know. Frank. See, Frank, I had to teach one of my little youngsters. I mentor because I'm trying to duplicate me. I'm trying to make another Robert Hatter somewhere. And I hope Johnny Arnett is trying to make another Johnny. I know Frank is trying to make another Frank Young, and I hope you're trying to duplicate yourself. We got to have, if you doing something in life, you want somebody, Kevin Lewis, to be like this. So listen to me, Shatter Show. Now watch this. I told him, I said, look here, player. Because he didn't get beside himself, but he started smelling himself because the information I've been giving him, he's been getting some success. But you know what I had to tell him? Listen, look, bro, I told you everything you know, not everything I know. So slow down. See, I had to tell him and I had to explain to him, somebody have to want it, son, in order for you to be able to sell it. You follow me? So I was thinking about it. Cause we was just talking about relationships, and I don't know, and women, and don't take this wrong. If you do, just you charge it to my head, not my heart. But I learned, Frank, it's Women Rock Wins. This is from a women. Women believe in what they hear, and fellas, I'm gonna help you too. Men believe in what they see. That's why women wear makeup and men tell lies. I'm going to repeat that. Women believe in what they hear. Men believe in what they see. That's why women wear makeup and men tell lies. I might tweet that myself. I might tweet that on my... I ain't never tweet. I need to start tweeting this stuff. I know I don't. But see, the reason I say that, women remember things from 15 years ago. Y'all got to understand, I got 5 sisters. My mother passed away, but I had 5 sisters and a daughter. Women remember things, gentlemen, 15 years ago because she believed in you. That's why she raised so much hell. Russell Hubbard said, that's tough. Russ, I'll be here all week. Fellas, it's because she believed in you. That's why she raised hell so much. See, a woman can put a face on a face that ain't got nothing to do with Maybelline. Gentlemen, don't misread the expression. Because they're influenced by what they hear. Men, we're influenced by what we see. I know y'all said, wow. So Women Rock Wins. See, I told a dude that an old man told me, he said, had a look, little young fella, I'm the one that Peter built, not the one that Peter killed. If you don't know about trucks, you might know Peter built is the big truck. He said, I'm the one that Peter built, not the one that Peter built, the one that he ran over. And when I go back and listen to all of these expressions, that's why I love to be around more mature and older people. Because he said, you got to get out of the way of that big ass truck. If you don't get out of the way of it, it's going to get. That's what he was saying. See, your vision, ladies and gentlemen, summer basketball, got to be further than this block. See, I got a job. I have to inform my audience. Both sides of the coin. That's the way I talk, the way I talk. That's the way I am, the way I am. And see, my advice to you is to ignore and avoid the Negro naysayer. What I mean by that? The person who finds a problem in every solution. These people don't build nothing. They destroy. They don't love. They hate. They don't defend. They attack. Because deep down, they don't believe black people are capable of building anything. I'm talking about black people now. The Negro naysayers. See, the problem I have with some of these black celebrities that I'm hearing out here, and their voices are louder and stronger than the everyday hardworking black people. So the media will have these, I call them white supremacists in black skin speak for us. Y'all don't let these people speak for you. Speak for yourself. You got a show right here you can speak on. That's why we got this platform. Don't nobody control this platform. We do. You got me? So I was thinking about, I'm going to go to the NBA and then I'm going to come. I got to talk a little bit about the NBA because something happened last night. And I want y'all input on it, especially my women. Just, oh look, Jimica, I got you. But Jimica, see, Jimica had to say something. And Jimica, I can go a little further, but I ain't gonna hit you right now. When me and you talk one day, then I'm gonna say, okay, Jimica, this is what I'm telling you about. Women believe in what they see. I mean, believe in what they hear. Girl, okay. All right, but I thought about something. Something happened in the NBA, and then I'm gonna get y'all share the show because I got to get into high school basketball a little bit, because I got something for you. I don't know what happened yesterday in and around the NBA, and it's not even basketball story anymore. It's like a family affair. Y'all follow me. Share the show, because I'm finna give you something. I'm finna give it to you. I don't know. I don't go and look at the shows before y'all come on. So I don't know what's been said on the shows. But I do know this. That's my girl, Lakeisha. So I'm going to walk you through some craziness that occurred yesterday. Right? Because this happened yesterday. That's right. In and around the NBA. First, it's a piece of audio that came out that Doc Rivers, the head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks, he was a guest on the show during the All-Star break and had this to say about the Bucks firing his predecessor, Adrian Griffin. Y'all watch it. Watch this. Let me see. No, I got it. Doc Rivers. Come on. Watch it. Here we go.
Personally, I'll be honest. I told our owners when they called, I said, I think I don't understand why you're doing this, and they said, one of the things they said was, well, it doesn't matter. We've done it now, and we want you. And so that was a tough one. That's where you had the hesitation. Personally, I'll be honest. I told our owners when they called, I said, I think I don't understand why you're doing this, and they said, one of the things they said was, well, it doesn't matter. We've done it now, and we want you. And so that was a tough one. That's where you had the hesitation.
In case you didn't know, he was a consultant, Doc Rivers, for the Milwaukee Bucks. Okay? He's a consultant. And somehow, whatever happened, because we'll never know, we weren't in the room. But it's Women Rock Wednesday. I want you to draw some conclusions. I wanted you to hear Doc. The owners came to him and said, dude, we already fired this dude. Do you want this job or not? That's how these people talk. Just in case you didn't know, that's how CEOs and these billionaires, that's how they talk. I don't know if y'all have been around enough of them. Hey, we done already fired his ass. What you gonna do? Now you got a choice of saying, well, man, I ain't gonna take the job. You follow me? You got that choice. But you already been a consultant. They've been paying you for consulting. Now they finna give you $40 million to coach this team. Y'all follow me? Okay, so that was that, right? He said that when ownership, the group, they called him about this, about consulting and then about the firing of Adrian Griffin. He said, why would you do this? Why would you do this now? In the middle of the season, to which prompts J.J. Redick, y'all know how I feel about him, of ESPN, on First Take, to have this to say about his former coach, Doc Rivers. JJ said this about his former coach. Watch this.
Conference. Side note, real quick. No one's going to react to Doc's audio there. We've been 7 minutes since we showed that audio. Nobody's going to react to Doc's audio.
Do you want me to get it repeated for you?
We don't have to repeat it.
I can repeat it.
I've seen the trend now. I've seen the trend for years.
What's the trend?
The trend is always making excuses. Doc, we get it. Taking over a team in the middle of the season is hard. It's hard. We get it. Just like getting traded in the middle of the season is hard for a player. We get it. But it's always an excuse. It's always throwing your team under the bus. They lose to Memphis. Oh, it's his players. Memphis was playing G League guys and two-way guys. And then you look at his quotes over the weekend. Now he wants to take credit for the James Harden trade to the Clippers working out. He wants credit for that. There's never accountability with that guy. Well, there's never accountability.
Well, let me say a couple of things. Number one,
conference. Side note.
Did y'all hear that? Let me know, somebody out there. Did anybody hear that? Do y'all understand it so far? Did you understand it? Just give me, just say it. Yep, I got it. Did you understand the Doc video? And then, that's all Doc said. And that's what he is referring to. Is anybody else out? Ephraim Moore. If anybody else, just say something. Frank, are you there? Johnny, are you there? Somebody tell me, are you there? Maybe I'm just behind. Y'all behind. I just want to know, are you listening? Are you following this thing before I go any further? Okay, you say you got it, Russ. Okay. Anybody else got it? Anybody else got it? Okay. Well, if Russell got it. All right. Okay. All right. Now, here we go. Those pretty strong statements by J.J. Redick, right? Y'all see how animated he was? But then Austin Rivers, Doc's son, who was on NBA Today yesterday, had this to say about this clown talking about his dad. Got something to say about his dad. Watch this.
But your best years were under him. It's just very ironic and kind of weird that you have this energy towards him in terms of him never, ever being accountable, considering he's always been responsible.
Okay, guys. First of all,
Charlotte's right. This started because he started saying, hey, like, you're my Duke brother, like all that. I got plenty of respect.
I downloaded the wrong video. I didn't want to hear all that what they was talking about. Hold up. I wanted to see. Y'all hold up. I got the wrong one. I got the wrong one. I admit when I make a turnover, that was a turnover. I ain't want that damn video. I wanted the one where Austin was on there by himself. I ain't want to hear their ass. Excuse me, y'all. Hold on. Let me see. No, that ain't it. That's the one. That's the one I did. I did the wrong one. That was my fault. My bad. Cause I told y'all, if y'all just hold up a minute, boy, it's gonna be on. I know I had. There he is. Come on. There go Austin. I'll just play it for y'all. I'm gonna play. Hold on, let me take this off. I'm just gonna play this sound for y'all, so I won't have to go through a whole system and a cycle. Let me go. I'm just gonna play it for you. Watch this.
In this regard, I just simply don't agree with it. For someone who, first off, I don't feel responsible to take off for my dad. He's a grown man. He can do his own thing. But in this regard, I just simply don't agree with it. For someone who's not accountable, he seems to always be held responsible, considering he's the guy that's always fired when things don't go right. He got fired in the bubble for a 3-1 lead versus the Denver Nuggets, which in half his team didn't want to be there. They had players saying that their mind wasn't there. He had guys leave. That happened. Then he gets fired for losing to a team that was favored over him, which was the Celtics last year. It seems like he's always responsible. It's just as strange coming from JJ. And I have love for JJ. You're my dookie. You know that. You're my bro. I love you. It's just your best years were with the Clippers. I don't think he saved your career. I appreciate you, Pat. But I don't think This just seems a little bit weird. They're 3-7. Dame has missed most of those games. Middleton's missed a lot of those games. They haven't even had their full team yet. We'll see what happens. The pressure is there. They do have to perform. But in terms of accountability, like, what are we doing here? Your best years in the NBA were when you played for him in the Clippers. Let's not forget that. I don't know if there's like frustration there or there's tension there between you. I know a lot of times we had to sit you towards the end of the game due to defensive reasons, but you had your best years as a starter there, especially our whole system was drafted around you because you're a shooter. You're not a guy who can put the ball on the floor. You were a strictly shoot guy. You're not like Klay Thompson or Steph who can put the ball on the floor. You're a guy who could catch and shoot, and you did it at a high level. Hell of a career, by the way. Big fan. But your best years were under him. It's just very ironic and kind of weird that you have this energy towards him in terms of him never, ever being accountable, considering he's always been responsible. First off, I don't feel responsible.
Did you hear the way that young man articulated that? Y'all can go, I'm going to let y'all go Google it and y'all go hear the whole thing. He was on NBA Today yesterday. Did y'all hear? That's how I would want my son to articulate that thing. And Walter Yates, this ain't no bad job for Doc. Man, the NBA, all the jobs are tumultuous jobs. But let me talk to y'all. Karima, y'all can I talk to y'all? Let me talk to y'all a little bit. Let me talk to y'all. I'm trying to see where I'm gonna go. As of this father and son, this in ESPN drama wasn't enough. If it wasn't enough, all of these people work, Karima, for ESPN. Except Doc now, he don't work no more. But watch this, Karima. Watch me bring it home for you. Let's just get the unsaid said. What Barry said, let's Robert Hatterize it. When Doc Rivers went to Milwaukee, Karima, when Doc Rivers left the broadcast booth and went to Milwaukee, do you know who his replacement on the broadcast team was? With Mike Bream and Darius Burke? It's J.J. Redick. This clown benefited from Doc leaving. And he's still talking crazy about it. Did y'all hear what I said? Did y'all hear what I just said? Jimica, Karima. Do y'all understand what I just said? I would say Austin Rivers 1, J.J. Redick 0. Austin won now. The fact of the matter is, Doc Rivers was fired when his teams underwhelmed and underperformed. He was fired. It's not his fault he keep getting jobs. Because Karima Williams, Jimica, Mindy, if somebody offered you the opportunity to coach Giannis and Dame Lillard, and by the way, Walter Yates, and by the way, get $10 million a year for 4 years, for the next 4 years, would you turn it down? See, sometimes y'all just be talking onto the screen instead of saying, Walter Yates, you knew you wouldn't have turned that damn game, that thing down. I don't blame Doc. If you want to blame somebody, blame the Milwaukee Bucks ownership. And I never hear y'all talk about the owners. I think I'm the only one talk about the owners. Johnny, don't nobody else. I need y'all to talk back to me today. I don't need you to play with me today. I need you to share the show. I need y'all to talk back with me today. I'm like a pastor today. The more you give me, the more I'm gonna give you back. Y'all got. Here's the thing that I absolutely can't stand. That's why I asked y'all, did y'all hear what was just said? One thing I can't. those false equivalencies with J.J. Redick talking about players being traded in the middle of the season versus a coach stepping in the middle of the season before the All-Star break and being asked to salvage the season, or being asked to pull up the nosedive that Milwaukee was spiraling towards. I don't understand that aspect of it, J.J. Redick. When you are traded in the middle of a season as a player, you are asked to fit a specific role, a specific scheme, right? When you take over in the middle of the season as a head coach, Josephine, I told you I'm gonna make you the smartest woman at the nail shop. When you take over, y'all sitting up there getting your nails, you tell them, when you take over in the middle of the season as a head coach, you not only have to figure out what the previous head coach was doing, but you have to adopt your system into this team, the way that you like things done, and the personnel that you have been asked to coach. And you have to take a very macro view of things. Lakeisha. It's a completely different learning curve that Doc Rivers has to adjust to. I don't appreciate all of the discourse, all of the rhetoric. J.J. Redick trying to make the false equivalence in that aspect. No. It just don't make sense to me. You got to remember, this is the same Doc Rivers y'all talking negative about, who had Lob City with Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, and out there dealing with Donald Sterling with his racist ass, talking crazy and saving that franchise and putting them and saving the team and trying to keep this team together. That was Doc Rivers. Do we give Jock credit for managing that racially charged situation? Do we? This conversation is layered, y'all, in nuances. You might not like the way he coach. You might not like the way he do things. But this feels personal to me from J.J. Redick. J.J. Redick played for this man, had some of his best years for this man. It feels personal. It's more than we know. Let me tell you something. I just don't understand it. I sit there and thought about it this morning. I said, Chop Shop, what's going on? Boom, boom, boom. What's going on? And then I'm watching basketball game the other night. Where my refs? Johnny, where my refs at? Because I got to go here. I got to go here. One of the worst calls I ever seen in my entire life. And y'all, I've been seeing some terrible calls in this swag. Share the show. What? I want y'all to watch this. Y'all got to see this. Watch this. I want to talk to y'all while I'm watching this one. He was behind the play. What the hell he doing? And then this clown right here didn't help the matters. He should have came over and said something. Y'all, I've been seeing this, calling these SWAC games. Man, I don't know what the heck. Maybe they anticipating the calls. Do y'all see what? Hold up. Do y'all see time and score? It's 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in this game. That's a big play. Come on, man. Trap Shop. I'm telling y'all, that's why I tell y'all to share the show. We finna have some child. I'm gonna take you around the world today. I just wanted to show that to y'all because somebody, I think Kevin Willard, the coach for Maryland. He said, at some point, I'm going to call the head of refs tomorrow. I hope I get an explanation on the call against Deshaun Harris-Smith. That could have been a 5-point swing. I think we deserve an explanation of why those calls were called. See, y'all, I'm up close. I see some things. And I ain't saying these guys are intentionally talking about it or cheating. Never would I say it. But I just don't like dismissive as it's like, I made my call, shut the hell up and play. And some of these players talk too damn much. I agree. But I was thinking about that. You know, I was just thinking about college basketball and high school coaches, college coaches all over the country. Because I know y'all watching this. I know y'all go back and watch because y'all want to see if I said something about y'all. I already know. See, y'all don't pay me. I don't have a service for y'all to get. So I'm a free man. I just say what I feel. But I was watching this Villanova game. And y'all, if you ever listen to the broadcast, this TSU, we traveling this weekend to Mississippi Valley and Alcorn. We traveling this weekend. And we are going to, I hope you watch the broadcast, listen to the broadcast. Because I cover a lot of stuff on the broadcast. We don't just say, well, the ball going right here. Ball going, no. Whole different broadcast. Kevin Freitman will tell you. Whole different broadcast. And but I was just thinking about, I got this thing about free throw shooting and turnovers. I got this big, I just got this big thing. You know, certain things, you know how certain things you like. You know, some people like stuff in the right place on their desk the same. Free throws, I expect for you to make them. And turnovers, especially unforced turnovers. And Villanova, the much maligned Villanova, this college that Chris Walker graduated from, they was 12 for 12 from the foul line in this win last night against Butler. Okay? Listen to me. The Villanova Wildcats are leading the nation in free throw shooting. If I was a college coach, I'd send an assistant to Villanova for 3 months to figure out what they're doing. This is not a coincidence. If any coach, seriously, high school coach, college coach, want to get in, I can get you right in touch with Cal Neptune. So Frank Young, what you mean the proper guy made the call? And he behind the play. He didn't see. Why was he the proper guy to make the call? I just want to, just in case y'all, I'm talking about something else. Talking about Villanova. And he's still talking about this. He talking about it was the proper guy made the call. Why was he the proper guy? Don't see, you just can't set on this show. When you put it up on this screen, Frank Young, I know you ain't been on here long, but we ain't just finna let you just talk. Lakeisha might agree with you, but I don't agree with you. I just didn't think He was behind the play. He couldn't have seen the contact. He anticipated it. No, we got to address it. I don't care if Frank a ref. Frank called basketball for a living. Hold up. I get paid to call it. He get paid to ref it. I get paid to call it. So he a professional. I am too. So I want to hear that. You're official. Oh yeah, I'll play it again. I don't know about the slot official. I don't care. I don't talk about no slot official. I'm just telling you. Watch this. He couldn't see it. He couldn't see it. If he had the angle where we're from, he'd know that boy flopped. That's his zone, but the other ref could have helped it. The point I made in the beginning, before anybody heard anything, I said, why did this ref not say nothing? The ref at the bottom of the screen. Why did he not say nothing? Oh, Frank, you're saying he did make. Okay, my bad, Frank. Frank, you got to see what you put up there. Hold up, Frank. Let me go back. Let me see what you put up there, Frank. Hold up, Frank. Proper guy made the call. That's what you said. Oh, but you don't think it was a charge. Oh, so he was the one supposed to make that call. He was tricked into the call by the defender. Oh my God, Frank. Come on, Frank. That's why it's three of y'all out there. Hey, the game I saw last night. Hey, I got a question. Who are these refs from last night? Tell me where these regional these tournament refs come from. Do anybody know that? Yeah, I would have been doing this. I'm off the screen. Hold up, y'all can't see me. Hold up. You know how everybody been doing this. I would everybody. But Frank, what I'm trying to find out, Johnny, Johnny, what did these refs? I saw three refs I never seen before in my life last night. I saw three refs. Where these refs come from, Johnny? Y'all tell me. How did the ref that made the call had a bad position to make the call? There was too much traffic to make the call. That's why I ain't saying he was cheating. They should have went to the monitor. I got you now, Frank. I got you now. I read it wrong, Frank. My bad. That's his zone, but the other ref could have helped him. Okay. I like that. That's all I'm trying to find out the right thing, Frank. That's all. Five, what's up, baby? Boy, you just in time. You just sit there, you just in time. Now I got to talk about these teams. I got to talk about these teams that brought in 7+ transfers. I ain't gonna belabor on that long, but we'll talk about it this week. There's a team. There's some teams that brought in 7+ transfers on their team. Arkansas, North Carolina State, Arizona State, University of Memphis, UCF, West Virginia, Penn State, and St. John's. None are in the tournament field at the moment. So bringing in all of these transfers ain't the answer. I've been trying to tell y'all parents. The transfer portal hurting my kid. He's hurting his basketball. Let me tell you something. What my mama used to say, it'll all come out in the wash. Memphis got 13 transfers on it. First 13 new players. Michael Garcia with his Michael Garcia, can you come on here and talk about anything but U of H? If U of H can win on Saturday in Baylor, they'd be #1 in the nation. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, we talking. Okay. All right. We know that. Last night, I went to Seven Lakes versus Ridgepoint. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all do me a favor. Do me a favor. Go see these basketball games for yourself. I mean, really. Go see these basketball games for yourself. Don't depend on these people who say they're evaluators. Don't depend on these people who tell my people ranked. Don't depend on these people who take. Go look at the game for yourself. I looked at this game last night, and let me tell you something. Some of the stuff that I've been hearing about these players on both of these teams, it just didn't add up to me. And you remember now, like I told somebody, I just look at the game different. Not better. Rap economics, not better. I just look at the game different. But these tweets don't match up to what they're saying about these players. And y'all know I'm not going to sit up here and talk about a player. But the things that I look for when I'm looking at a basketball player, and it's going to be different. I know for a fact, me and King Sticks can sit there next to each other at a game, and he will see something totally different. Thank you, Fob. He would see something totally different than I, because he look at the game different than the way I do. Odyssey, look at the game different. Coach Fob, he's a coach. He gonna always look at the game different. Kevin Freitman definitely look at the game different from I do. Not to say he's better, I'm better. We just look at it different. Stick, you look at the game different. Johnny, you look at it different. You call all them games. But y'all, go to the games for yourself. That's all I got to say. I've never seen Ridgepoint play until last night. About the third time I've seen Seven Lakes. Our kids got to get better. Our kids talking about they plan on going to college and plan on doing this and plan on you rank this and rank. Man, when somebody show up to see you play, you got to be good, because you're gonna find a guy like me. Some guys, it's like I've been dropped. I like to kid myself as dropping from another planet. Hey, Ruth, I have never seen your son play. I don't want you to tell me about him. I just want to come in and see. And I watched the game intently. I'm not on my phone into the breaks telling you to score like I did last night. But I'm watching the game intently. All I ask y'all is, before you go running your mouth about a player, go see him yourself. Don't depend on Doug. Don't depend on Jimmy. Y'all go see them players for yourself, man. And then you said, okay. And don't see, and I'm the guy, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the guy who will tell them dudes, I don't see what the hell you saw, because I ain't scared of them. I don't see it. You look at the game different from the way I do. And I respect that. But you got to respect that other people see the game different from yours. I respect that that's what you see. But you got to respect it. Shit. We see it different. Where else I was at? So I saw a message. Snoop Johnson, college coach, high school. No, I'm not watching. I just watch. It's an innate ability. I can't tell you what I look for because you won't be able to do it. I can't. It's an innate ability. When I go look at the game, I'm not watching to see what no transfer. I ain't caring about him transferring to no other level. I'm watching him right there as a high school player because I've seen over 30 years, Troy Bieniemy. Over 30 years, I've been evaluating talents to see if we're going to represent them so they can be a pro. 30 years at the highest level, sir. So when I go watch a basketball game, I know I'm watching a high school player. So I'm just trying to see what he know. Is he better than I see him the last time? That's my number one thing. I'm not looking to see who translate because I don't know no translate to nothing because you don't know what. Hold up. The transfer portal is full of people that didn't translate. So I don't even look at that. We talked about Robert Reed yesterday. You're a day late, Michael Garcia. We talked about Robert Reed yesterday. But I go to the game, I just watch the game. I just watch the game when I go. I just look. I like shooters. I like to see who getting back on defense. I just watch because I know the foundations of these young kids are not being taught. So I'm just trying to, every kid I want to see, because these the formative years. You ain't going to get off the floor in college, man, if you don't get back on defense. A freshman, you get beat back door, you coming out of the game. Let me repeat that. A freshman, you get beat back door one time, you coming out of the game. The next whistle you hear is you coming out of the game. I'm telling you, it happened to my son. 30 years of watching this thing intently. Not 30 years of being no daddy, 30 years of watching. Have to watch because I got to go and find out. I got to figure out who's gonna be the next guy I represent. I had to watch Penny in high school. I had to watch Michael Redd in high school. I had to watch who else I watched? Yeah, all the players we ever represent. I had to watch them in high school. Because I want, and then what I do, I use that in that 30-year memory bank. So I look at what is foundation. I saw a kid never put the ball in his left hand. I didn't watch Sean Rexford in high school. That's why I didn't mention his name, Kevin Freak. Come on now. You follow me? I hope y'all follow me. When I go look at a game, it's just, I mean, I'm in a zone. Because I love basketball. I love it. And I just like to see it play. Because if you groom them and you give them a good foundation, so then you can just add on to, I keep telling y'all, the foundation is the most important thing of your house. A lot of y'all having foundation problem because the dude didn't put it in there right in the first place. And now you got a whole lot of people in your yard trying to make your house do that because they didn't. And some of y'all bought it as is, so it ain't y'all fault. It's because somebody didn't do it right in the beginning. I love going downtown. Y'all see all them buildings they've been downtown, the skyscrapers. Go peek through the fence. Guess what? They're going down to bedrock. They go down before they go up. Because when you see all them buildings, big buildings, they have a sway. So that they make sure the foundation is good. We not making sure our kids' foundation in basketball is good. And I ain't saying you got to do this to go to pro, you got to go to college. But if you're going to do something, let's play it right. In your business, you got to do things the right way. No shortcuts in business. People that go take shortcuts in business, they're in jail somewhere trying to take a shortcut. Bernie Madoff. You made off with them folks' money. What I'm just trying to, and y'all don't understand, y'all, people come in and hijack my conversations. I love basketball. I don't love getting paid by basketball. I love basketball. I don't have an event for you to go to. I don't have none. I want to see your son be a better basketball player because I get tired of watching this bad basketball. I call the SWAC games. I see why these guys are not in Power 5 conferences now. It's one or two things they just don't get. And listen, I ain't mad at no evaluators. You don't agree with them, I know. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about if the teachers of this game, you guys that teach the game, let's teach it the right way. If you're going to teach it the right way. And don't be scared, Terrence Loggins. Don't be scared. Who I got in the Bel Air and Fort Bend Travis. Bel Air should be Fort Bend Travis. And let me tell you something. I got limited. I've seen Travis play a few times. I've seen Bel Air play 2 or 3 times. But Bel Air got the best player. Let me tell you something. That's me in basketball. This is how I think. In these playoff games, if I got the best player, I got a chance. Now, my best player got to show up and be the best player. Shaniqua. Got to show up and be that dude now. But the teams that got the best player, now there's some teams that's going, but I'm just talking about general. It's gonna be some outliers. It's just gonna be some good teams with a whole lot of good players, but I like the team. I'm partial to that dude. I like teams with that dude on it. So if y'all got to understand, for 30 years, I've been representing dudes. So guess what? If that's what I've been doing for 30 years, I'm going to be a little bit more partial to them. Whatever you do in your life, you're going to be a little bit more partial to what you've been accustomed to. You follow me? Yes. Yes. I wasn't trying to give you no good answer. I'm just telling you how I see the game. I wasn't trying to give you no good answer. I got the baddest dude. And he should be that dude and lead his team. And any other team that got a dude on it. Now, some teams going like it's going to be a matchup this week. It's going to be 2 dudes. It's going to be 2 dudes opposite each other. You follow me? I'm just, see, it's so unique, man. And that was a great question. I'm glad you answered it because I was thinking about this. Snoop Johnson, he wrote a message. And Snoop's such a wise man. I texted him. He ain't called me back. He probably going, he ain't calling me back. He's probably going, but here he said a message to basketball parents, basketball coaches, and basketball players. High school sports are 75% talent. I told y'all to share this show because everybody need to hear this. So it's a former college coach, former summer basketball coach, event operator, one of the wisest men in basketball, especially in Texas. He said high school sports are 75% talent and 25% politics. Make sure you're on the right side of politics. We travel the world chasing something that's in your own state already. I'm just waiting on the comments. Hold up, y'all. Let me give me a refill. Hold on. Hold on. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm going to repeat it again. I don't know if I agree with it. I'm giving you his words. Know what he said. I listen to people who did things that I haven't never did. He been a college coach. I've never been a college coach. Well, listen. He said, and this to your parents. See, all you parents on here, y'all got friends. I need y'all to give them this information or text tag, tell them right now. They need to be watching the Chop Shop because I got some more information to give you. He said the message to basketball parents, basketball coaches and players, high school sports is 75% of talent and for the 25% politics. Make sure you're on the right side of politics. We travel the world chasing something that is in your own state. So I didn't talk to him. I texted him and said, man, what you? He ain't text me back. Yes. Guess he don't want me talking about it. Ladies and gentlemen, in Texas. So I called another wise guy. Hey, homeboy, Ivan Petty Jr. We don't have to listen to them other podcasts because we got our own. We got one right here that we talking on. I don't care what Brian Shaw said. Robert Hanna telling you right now. Y'all killing me with this. What? It's better because Brian Shaw said it? You have to say it twice? Let me show you something. You want us to know that Brian Shaw said something that I've been telling your ass for 7 years? Did y'all see that? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Because Brian Shaw said what that mean. Because Stephen A. Smith said what that mean. I'd rather see what Kevin Friedman got to say. I'm listening to Snoop. I know Snoop been in the trenches. He done coached summer basketball. He done did all that. He been in the trenches. He done coached high school basketball. I'm going to believe Scoop. I ain't killing about what Brian Shaw said. And Brian Shaw's a friend of mine. That's the world we live in because it's coming from people. Come on, Ivan Petty. Care about them goofy ass people on them podcasts. I'm giving it to our people because I know our people need it. But let me get back to what I'm saying. But I'm glad you put that up there because I had to make that example. They said it. We've been saying it for 7 years on this show. But now, Brian Shaw said it. In Texas, y'all. A lot of these teams and a lot of these people always feel, I got to go to Cali. I got to go out of town. It's better. I got to go out of town. Just what people were telling me. Y'all got to realize this is a guy who had his own team and sponsored his own team. Everywhere they flew, I had to pay for it. They wanted sneakers. We didn't have no Nike and all of that. Okay? Called a franchise all-star. So, when we go here, hold on. When we go here, I'm just thinking about it, talking to somebody this morning. And he was just telling me, people always feel like they got to go out of town. He said, if you take care of home, I'm just giving you information from a very wise man who I was on the phone with this morning, missing other stuff that I need to do, trying to get information for y'all. I don't need this information. My son is gone. My grandson probably gonna play golf. So I probably not have to deal with these folks. I have to deal with the golf. I'm gonna make sure he got a golf club in his hand. But if you take care of home, he told me, home will take care of you. All you people talking about leaving. I hear another kid talking, I'm finna go to Link Academy. I'm finna go play for somebody else on the summer circuit. All okay. They ain't gonna never appreciate you like people will at home. People, I know you want to go somewhere so you can feel special. Man, I had to get away from them Houston dudes. And I know some of these people in the Houston basketball scene, y'all don't like. I know it, y'all tell me. I know. I know you want to go somewhere where more attention is paid to you. You think. Parents love to say, we're playing a national schedule. Take care of home. Keep your money in your pocket. And I'm not an event operator. I'm telling you what I know. they don't give me no kickbacks. They don't give me nothing. People, a lot of these coaches in these high schools, you're blessed enough to get a good player, a top player, and you don't know what the hell to do with them. Ask for help. That's why a lot of these guys telling me, their dad's saying, man, I got to leave because the coach ain't that good, Mr. Hatter. So high school coaches, let's get better. Tell me some dogs Houston got. Sean Davis, write them down. Give me a list of dogs so I can know. But that's your opinion of who some dogs is. But let me keep going. Because just because you won a game don't mean you can coach. You can coach. Just this team won. That don't mean you can coach because you won some basketball games. See, when I go look at it, coach, I'm watching the decisions you make and how your team react and the way they play. Because a lot of this stuff that I seen last night in that Rich Point game and 7-8 game, it's not going to get those kids very far. They got to get better. Because I know the dads. I got to get him out of here. I got to get him out of here. But when I look at the game and I watch these people play and watch these coaches coach, I can't argue with these daddies. Players are leaving the state. People want to keep them here for business purposes. And I understand that. I want you to stay so I can see you. But it ain't business purpose. I just want to see you play. I think about it. And I know the times have changed. But I looked at what happened. See, I'm a man that looks at history. I'm a history buff. And when I look back on I didn't know what the hell I was doing with the franchise all-stars. I didn't listen. I'm going to tell y'all, Frank, y'all probably thought I knew. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I had a man came to me and said, look here, man, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this. Your son can be playing with this guy. It can be working out in the gym every day with this guy and this here and this here and this here. And I got this guy and it. He had a plan on a PowerPoint. I said, wow. Coach Terrell Henderson. I'll never forget it. I don't care what you think about it. Always be number one with me. But he came to me with a plan. He said, this and this and this and this. I said, okay. So we did some stuff that I ain't never seen done before. And the times are different, because you can't do the things that we did. See, the circus hadn't came to town yet. That's the term I'm going to use. Back then, the circus hadn't came to town yet. It's a circus in town now. It's a different time. You got so many options. It's a new batch of kids and parents every 4 years. Thank you, Mindy. Every 4 years. Alan Branch and Jimmy are the only two constants I seen when I first got in this business and still around. Only two. People get in and come out, but the parents change. New batch of people coming up. Everybody think they're going to get the Anthony Black and the Keontae George model, and they're chasing these things. Y'all, parents, just to let y'all know, parents, I had some of the best players in the freaking world, in the freaking country on my team. Rasheed Suleiman went to Duke. D'Angelo Harrison went to St. John's. John Henson went to North Carolina and pro. But I was smart enough, parents, to know I'm not about to compare my son to them. And you on your team thinking your son is better than one of the baddest dudes in the state of Texas? And you think your son is better than him? I was smart enough. I knew my son can play. He couldn't mess with them. I saw my son for what for what he was, and I acted accordingly. Parents, I never said he was this. I never did. I never asked Jimmy why you ain't got him ranked, because I didn't depend on another man ranking my son for my son to be successful or my son to be of value. Matter of fact, let me change. You don't want your son to be successful. You want your son to be of value. Because if he be of value, he's going to become successful. Because people going to pay for value. I just ask questions. I always ask questions. We're in a society where people are chasing a level in this business, this summer basketball business, that don't necessarily exist for them. Mindy, they are chasing. Some have a real handle of. They don't even know what they're even chasing. Every kid can't be Keontae George. Every kid can't be Anthony Black. That's why when Snoop made this tweet, I knew it was some rationale behind it. Because he's a leader. And when I think about being in this position of leadership, I'm very responsible for what I tell y'all in the masses. I'm just thinking about this, man. You know, when he put that up there, yo, we can't. I had a team that I paid for everything. And my son, he didn't play. He was too young. He was in 8th grade playing with all these badass dudes. I could have been like you, Daddy. Oh, my son got to play. I'm paying for everything. Hell no. Sit there and learn. Learn how to be on the bench. Be the best cheerleader on the bench. Make sure everybody have some water when they come off this bench. You in the 8th, when they blow somebody out, they put your little ass in the game. Guess what? You play. But it wasn't no. I knew who he was, and I acted accordingly. And some of y'all just don't know who you got. I know I had a CEO, not a basketball player. When he tell me, Mom, I ain't going to that workout. I got to study for this test. Can you take me to the library? I need to do this. I need to do. Can you take me to NASA? I need to check them some. I can't play AAU this weekend. So I start grooming a CEO. He loved basketball. I love watching him. I hate he stopped. But I know what I had. I know who he was. I know how he thought. When you rather get your lesson than go to the gym and get better, he wanted to get better. He wanted his mind to get better. That's why he's in the position he's in now. But Jim, I didn't want no interruptions on that one, so I just wanted to. I had to get that out. I had to get that out to high school players in the playoffs. I was just thinking about it. Somebody sent me, they said they worried more about the summer team trials and landing on a team versus trying to get a playoff win. That's unbelievable to me, Ken Dean. It's just unbelievable. We got high school players in the playoffs. We're not just in Houston, all over the country. See, y'all don't understand. When I'm talking about all over, man. I got people everywhere. I might be locally accepted, but I'm worried now. So when I sit back and give y'all this information, see, everybody ain't gonna give it to you like this. See, I don't have no motive. Y'all ain't got. Yeah. All I want you to do is when I go to a basketball game, I want to see a good basketball game. That's all I want, cause I like the game. I don't like the politics and all of that other game. That ain't Robert Hallen. I don't like the politics. I like in between the lines. Because if you good enough in between the lines, I've learned that politics will take care of itself. But what's up, Jimmy?
Oh, man. Baby Friday, that's what it is right now. High school playoffs.
No, it's Wednesday, man. What are you talking about, man?
Huh? Oh, man, it's Wednesday. I'm thinking I'm a day ahead. I'm ready to get through the week. Yeah. I'm ready to get on through the week. It's
Women Rock Wednesday, man, right now.
It's date night, Women Rock Wednesday, and all of that. High school playoffs. We're in the middle of it and all around the country, but the public school playoffs are underway in the great state of Texas. Got to check out a couple of games last night, and you know, it's exciting because at this point, your records really don't mean much, because if you lose, you go home in this postseason. I got to watch Elkins and Katie Jordan play last night. Then I slid over. Thurgood Marshall played Galena Park next. And people was asking me, you going to stay, watch a little bit of this game? I said, let me tell you something. One thing I don't do is I try not to knowingly waste my time. It would have been a total waste of time for me to stay there for Galena Park and Thurgood Marshall. And sure enough, I made the decision to go to leave Hightower High School and go over to Wheeler Fieldhouse. And as I went over to Wheeler Fieldhouse, you know, somebody had sent me the updates, you know how to. Mm-hmm. And so the first update came at the end of the first quarter. The score, Thurgood Marshall was ahead of Galena Park 22-4. At halftime, another one came through, and it was 44-9. And I was like, at that point, it's vindicated. I'm like, man, I'm glad I followed my first mind. Get the hell up out of there. Let me go watch Clements and Katie, because I had just spoke about Katie High School one of their players on the television show this past weekend. And I've been talking about Clements every other week on the television show on Channel 39 alongside Todd Free. So I said, let me go and see if Brady Willis, how he would measure up against this length of the unsigned senior Josh Clark and whatnot. And let's see if Divine, these guys don't go undefeated, get to the playoffs, see bright lights, and then just curl up. First half, it was tight. Clemens only led by 4 points at the break. It was a good crowd up in there last night in the Wheeler Fieldhouse. And man, all of a sudden, I don't know what Van Price told them young boys in the locker room. They come out of there and they open up a can of whoopers. And you just saw a team that was playing. They got more comfortable as each possession went by. I told you guys yesterday. I mentioned one of the unsung guys that's a star in his role on that particular team was little Bryce Matthews. And it was likewise. He's a kid. He's not required. Certain teams, if a guy embraces that role, scoring is not what you have to evaluate them on. So you got to look at other things that they can do and then compare it to what you see them not being able to do. And once you do that, then you can be able to give a fair assessment to whether they can, to college coaches or whatnot regarding those kids. Matthews do it well. And as they keep winning, it's going to help him because there's a non-Division I school somewhere out there that you probably can be serviceable on. Josh Clark, got a chance to see him. He's getting improvement on his active list on the court, but he still has such a long way to go. In order, you're thinking about it, guys. It's March, right? It's February, about to be March in 9 days. And so what we're thinking about is how you look at it. Most kids graduate late May of high school. In today's society, if you're on scholarship at the Division I level, they want you on campus first week of June for summer school. That way it gets you acclimated. You get to know your way around the school before it gets very populated with students. You get to just get the feel and get all the cobwebs out of you into the flow of things as being able to live on your own or live not under the roof of your parents or guardians for the first time in your life. So you think of it at the Division I level. Can this kid, and then also while you're on campus, you're playing open gym and you're playing in controlled, semi-controlled games during that summer with your teammates. I say games mean pickups, not unofficial games. But the coaches have eyes and ears at those games at all times. So what you do there is going to move the needle from what the expectations is going into the fall. Whether, hey, man, we can use him. We made the right choice. Oh, it's going to be tough for him. We might think about Rich, whatever. So my point is, when you're watching these unsigned seniors, will they be able to help a college team? Think about it. April, May, June, July, August. 5-6 months from now. 180 some odd days. Will this guy be able to improve enough to help that college coach get a pay raise? That's how you don't put this stuff in perspective. All we do is we take some guys and we think about what you did against them. And guess what? That was you playing your A game versus his C game. If he's playing his C game, that joker won't even be able to get on the court at whatever college he's going to. As a freshman, you got to have your A game every game, or you're not going to be. Your minutes are going to decrease, and eventually you'll go from playing to not playing. You go from sitting down there where those walk-ons are. There are so many guys this transfer portal, and we're chasing things. And I'm thinking, and guys, and I'm telling you, once, sometimes you just got to reset the whole game. Back in the days, the old school guys, many of you guys from the old school, you had with them toys, they called it what? Etch-a-sketch. Sometimes when you got mad and it wasn't going right, what did you do to the etch-a-sketch? You just got it and you just shook it. And that's how you reset the edge. Some things in our community got to be reset. It got to, and it take one to influence the next. And first layer of resetting has to be, and it's okay. Turn the D2 has to be the new D1. That's what I'm saying. Meaning that if you think this guy, oh man, he could play. I had one guy, man, he's a mid-major. Hold on, he's a what? At the game last night, he's a mid-major. Let me give you the rule of thumb, guys. If you cannot consistently dominate at your high school level, think about it. I'm talking primarily 12th graders right now. 12th graders. You're playing every night. Most 12th graders are 18/19 years old in the second half of their senior year. Everybody you're playing against at that age, either they're your age, it could be 19, it could be 18, 17, 16, or 15 years old. Once again, you're playing against 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19 years old players. If you can't consistently dominate them, then how is a person in their right mind believe that you attain the talent level, you attain the persistence or the consistency to be able to move the needle against 20, 21, 22, 23-year-old men? Think about it like this. This is high school. You can't dominate this, but you think that you can play with this. Make that make sense to me. But then they're quick to discount stuff. Oh man, he don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, but make that make sense. If you can't write, if you can't print properly, how in the hell can I expect you to write in cursive? If you can't add, then how in the hell can I expect you to multiply? If you don't know decimals, then you won't know percentages. And if you have a problem with either or both of them, then you damn sure gonna get messed out of your money. Because that's what decimals is. Here's the problem. We think everybody, and there's a miseducation. Guys, we can go and it's okay. The parents just want their babies to play for free. They really believe that this other guy, and parents, is no way for some of you guys to explain to some of these other parents when they ask you, well, how in the hell is this guy? He's getting recruited by this. He going near here. See, back in the days, you didn't have to go. See, this is the risk. Let me tell you what this is right now. This is a direct result of the roost chickens coming home to roost. Whereas when everybody thought it was so cool to go and get these fake ass offers. So then once you had to start doing it, it became an epidemic. We thought it was just a Houston thing, then a Texas thing. Then you get outside and you get out at these events around the country and you're talking to other guys and they like, oh man, this stuff, you're right. It's a New York thing. It's a Chicago thing. It's a California thing. It's a Georgia thing. It's all over the country. People were fabricating or soliciting fake offers. So that meant these parents are on these same teams and they saw that some of these kids were not good enough or not better than their kids. It was, in some cases, it's blatantly obvious. And your kid ain't getting nothing. Ain't no fish biting on your kids. But then they make it seem like, because then the COVID came, because the coaches started watching videos. They had to. Then that started a new trend. Remember, before COVID, most college coaches they did not watch and evaluate primarily on videos. First of all, a lot of the quality wasn't there. And they didn't have the bandwidth everywhere you go. Now you have better cell phones, you have better bandwidth, and it's easier to watch 3-4 games at the same time. Some of those guys that has the means to do so. But man, if so many of y'all are on the take from a lot of these parents, and you're afraid to tell them the truth. So you would tell them a soft version of the truth. Instead of all you're not explaining to you, we did it a long time. All you gotta do is just say right now. Put the word right now at the end of your true evaluation of little Johnny. Just put right now. You want to tell them, you'll tell other people when the parent ain't in front of you. But when you're talking, just put the word right now, because he can get better. It can change. Then and so that's what the problem is. And then the Division II, Division III guys, they don't have the resources to fly in here into your cities on the drop of the dime to recruit your kid like that. These guys understand something. At some of these schools, these junior college coaches, assistant coaches, do you guys understand what some of these junior college coaches are making? I'll give you a window. Some of these guys are making, the assistant coaches, they're trying their best to scrape and get into the business. They are making like $20,000 a year. They get room and board. Some of these junior college assistant coaches. That's less than minimum wage. So you want them, and they're driving everywhere. Don't have time. So, see, one of the messages, that's a long message. Jermaine Cooper says, we talked about this in our coaching group. Parents and athletes should understand the following. Little league talent may not transition to middle school. Middle school talent may not transition to high school. High school talent may not transition to college. And college talent may not transition to professional levels. However, one thing that will always transition to all levels is work ethics. I can get that. But if we're making all these kids, you're discounting those other levels. Do you see some of the guys that's going to be in the transfer portal from some of these subdivision 1 schools? You're competing with the same scholarships that they're seeking. Man, we had a little kid a couple of years back. When was that? When Mikey Williams came to the event, the Memorial Day, that was 2 years ago? Sometime Was that 2 years or was it 3 years?
I don't remember really, because you remember I didn't go. I
It's
boycotted.
2024.
Oh.
Might have been 3 years ago. Yeah. Could have been 2. A lot of happened in 2 years. Could have been 2, maybe 3. When we had the event when the event was over at C. King High School, the Memorial Day. Well, my point is, there was a young man named Brody Robinson. Brody went Division I, got in the portal. Fish wasn't biting. So he went to the JUCO route, where he is now. And now fish are biting. He has legitimate offers on the table. And you unsigned seniors are competing for the same slot that's Brody Robinson. You're competing for the same slot. So many guys up there, man, just ain't doing their homework, man, knowing what's out there, man. And it's crazy. It's crazy to me. If Chris Johnson, that's a name that a lot of guys are ringing bells around here. They plays for University of Texas. They were in town last week. Chris Johnson played 1 minute, Hatter, in that game. He played 1 minute. Chris Johnson, the same Chris Johnson that was at Elkins High School, that went to Montverde. If he was to get in the portal, your guard is competing for the same scholarship as Chris Johnson. You get it? Chris Johnson, although he may or may not, he's supposed to understand or have a whole greater understanding of college basketball.
And I heard he's taking it pretty good. I just heard it. He's trying to work himself through it. I like hearing stuff like that.
I'm just saying if. I'm not saying I say if he was to leave, you're competing with him.
Oh, I got you. Oh, okay.
And these guys, like, they just try to throw in there. Oh, man, that kid, he can play. He can go play there. And most kids, do they transfer? Remember, we did the numbers last year. The vast majority do not transfer laterally. I said again, the vast majority of the transfers do not go laterally. They go down in level. Not saying that's going to happen to him, but the vast majority. So that means you know, when you go to the mall or to Vegas and you go to one of the casinos and they have one of the cake shops and they got the chocolate flowing from the top and it's flowing down, the chocolate on the different cakes, and then you can see that's how the talent is coming through the ranks of collegiate basketball. It is going to flow downward. So that means this is year number 2.5. That means the talent is harder to play at St. Thomas than it was 4 or 5 years ago. It's harder if you get a spot there. It's going to be harder to get a spot at Lee Junior College. That talent has to go somewhere. So that explains how, I don't remember the number. You may remember. You'll remember greater than mine, but the number of kids that got in that portal that didn't even go nowhere. Remember? We brought them up.
It's hundreds.
It was a few hundred of them that didn't even get anywhere. You know why? Because it flowed downward. And it did include walk-ons. I don't know why they included it in the transfer portal, but beats me, but it did. So they have to go somewhere. Guys, I'm telling you, some of y'all know you're being duped. Yet you still go in your pockets and you go and you pay to become somebody's sucker in this business. I tap myself out every year of trying to relay the understandings to you guys. I try to give you guys questions to ask. I give you stuff to fact check. Some of these coaches. I explain to you how parents can retain the power. You ain't got to be. See, You ain't got to be going and get head if y'all galvanize. But you do so much backbiting in the stands and behind when you go to the nacho stand on each other or after the games that you can't even collect yourself to galvanize with fellow parents for a greater good, for a common cause regarding your babies. Because if you did, do you understand how much money y'all could save? Do you honestly realize how much money y'all can save? It's no different. Let me tell you one of the purest forms of galvanizing of what I meant by co-oping from parents on road trips was back in the days, and it still happens. There would always be had a one parent that would say, when they got their rental car, they made sure they didn't get the compact. Wasn't him and the wife. They went on and maybe got a SUV or got an upgrade to to something with a sedan. You know why? I mean, that parent would tell some other parent, if you're going, you can ride around with us. We already gonna get the rental car. That means they were they had co-opted. So while they co-opted together, that made it good. It made it economically favorable. Then that other parent might have bought the first meal or get the gas. That's normally how it normally go. You get the rental car, I'm gonna get the gas. No. I got no. I'm gonna get the gas. That's co-oping. We tell you guys, if two or more parents want to go and wherever y'all wanted to go, or if you don't want to go on a certain trip, you don't want to play in a certain tournament, if two or more parents of the starters got together and say, Coach, we got a concern, we got a grievance. What is it? We don't want to play in this event over here. Well, why? First of all, why are we in this event over there? Well, this is a good event. It's a great event. It's gonna be this, that. Coach, have you confirmed? Because we played that event last year and it was a horrible experience. So why are you subduing us to this again? And so if you say we want to go here, or our two babies might not be available that weekend. If your babies is two more parents, if they starters, I promise you, that coach got to pay attention to that grievance. He's gonna miss two starters. And you possibly, if he miss you and they do it the wrong way, then you possibly if you can still enough to start for that team, then you good enough to play for another team. But you guys are the consumers at each level of this stuff. I said again, you are the consumers. Grassroots basketball is one of the only sectors of our society where we tolerate and take anything somebody serves us. You don't have to. Any restaurant your ass go to, if the food ain't right, guess what you're going to do? You're going to call the waitress. You're going to say, can I see a manager? In grassroots basketball, you ask to see the manager or the event operator. They're hidden somewhere. You never noticed that? You went to the restaurant, asked for the manager, and they never brought the manager out. What are you going to do at that point as a consumer? Some of y'all gonna grab your handkerchief off your lap. You'll say, "Oh hell no!" Y'all gonna give me a manager. You're gonna command or demand attention for your matter. Then, depending on what happens from now on, you ain't bringing your dollars back. You're consumers. Stop letting people treat you like vagabonds in this stuff. That's all I ask. I had problems. A couple of people had grievances at the middle school combine. It's always going to happen. But that's part of management. That's why I call my staffers, the site supervisors, whenever we do events, I call them, you notice, and God, you've heard this term before, I call them problem solvers. People that got a problem, anybody? Yes, I do. And some, they just want to grieve. Let them grieve a little bit. They want to vent. I mean, they want to vent. Oh, I've never seen some referees so horrible in my life. Man, why are we playing against this team? This team, we're a B team, they're an A team. What's your solution? What are you asking for us to do? You're absolutely right. We're gonna get better. Show me, next time, can you take a picture of that referee and so I can know him? That way I can know his face or her face so that we can solve it and make sure they don't referee your games anymore. That's being proactive. That's problem solving. That's all they want to hear. That you're trying to help them, and you just, because they feel so much having to pay all of these door fees that have risen over the years. But you guys, where your team is going, you have more control over that than you are willing to believe. If you think I'm joking, then guess what you can do? When y'all are on these trips, right? When y'all are on these trips, and it's time to eat, don't the parents, some of the parents have say so. Then guess what you can do? Or the kids, they can say, yo, we want to go eat here. And guess what? The team gonna go out to the game. Well, the majority of those people that gotta eat want to go eat. If you got the power to dictate that, if it's within the means of the budget, then you have power to dictate where you play it. You just ain't never tried it. Some of y'all are afraid to do it. But you got to have, I'm telling you, you got to have the meeting before the meeting. There got to be at least two starters, parents from starters on the team. Now, if you are the superstar on the team, it don't take but one parent on that. Two starters or two stars. And you will move the needle. I guarantee you. Either that guy's going to have to comply to and help satisfy your concerns, that coach or that program director. I say try to help satisfy your concerns. I'm not saying it's going to happen. You're going to be heard. And that's what you want to be. You're going to be recognized. You're going to be respected. In this business. So Mark L would say, please communicate how rare it is for a kid to transfer up. I hear a lot of kids talking about going low major, mid major, and transferring up after a year or two. It's very rare nowadays. But here's the thing. There's a percentage, and there's always going to be a market for kids, for some people to transfer up. Now, whether they're going to sustain or attain that level of success they had while they were down is yet to be determined. Meaning, for example, if let's say there's a Texas Southern University is playing, and they play a lot of non-conference games against Power 5 schools. If there's a kid from TSU that scores 30 on a couple of those Power 5 schools, he's going to become a potential target if that kid ever want to get in the portal. So that means it could be going up. Now, could he keep going 30 there? Hell no. Not likely. But that's a kind of a quick example. But guys, make sure you haven't shared the show today. Make sure you share the show. Go over to rcssports.com. Guess what we have? We have all of the playoff brackets updated for the next round. and the results from last night and the day before. You got all of the games, the locations. Go to rcssports.com. Check out the tab that says playoff brackets on the top of the screen. And you go and you print your own copy. Thank us later. The only source in the nation, in the world, that has all of the playoff brackets from this region populated right now. Also, we got write-ups and recaps from last night. Going to the VIP news. The spring icebreaker. Charlotte got a team from Canada that entered this morning. Another team from Louisiana coming in. Shout out to you guys. Saw Elijah won last night. The Dream Elite, they're in and know they're going to be recruitable as hell. But it's time. What's going on, Greg Morris? I see you in there. It's time to slide on down Dino's back, though, and yabba dabba do this thing. Got a long day today. Get some stuff done, but I want to make sure you guys share the show on your way out the door. It's time to get up out of here. I see Doug Jones marking the Doug's Dozen Classic. But right now, we need you to share that show. Continue to get the footprint out on the Chop Shop. We're telling people some of these sermons was being preached, that many people can use this stuff. Clip it, share it, send it to people. And that way now it can help each one to teach one about this stuff. But for the get ready to get up out of here, guys, I'll see you guys on tomorrow.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We